What's poppin', yo? So, I'm out here playing Thunder Dragons now, and with help from a few of my friends, I've been able to 100% build it the way that I wanted to, although I'm thinking about adding some text, but we'll get that into a later video. So here, I think I'm playing against, actually I don't even remember. I don't remember what this first match is. All I know is that I go second. Oh, right, it's BA. See, my opponent misplays heavy here, but we'll see that in a few seconds. So we're gonna fast forward. Shout out to my boy Cam over here. He was witnessing this entire thing, and like I'm just like, man, what do I do? So my hand is nice. I have solar. I have brilliant. You know, he ashes the brilliant fusion, which I'm like lit. That means my desires or anything else that I want to do is gonna go off. So with that, my main plan is just to get rid of that Beatrice without destroying it, right? So that's where the instant fusion comes in, and I go ahead and summon Thousand Eyes, and this is where the guy misplayed. Oh no. So instead of using Beatrice's effect to like send a snow, which would have totally stopped me right there, he does the wrong play, which I'm very happy he did. He goes ahead, sends Farfa. Farfa banishes his Beatrice, and then he gets back what, Graph or some shit. Doesn't matter. I still take that, and because you know that's another free zone for me. And at this point, I just try to go for OTK. I almost misplay. I almost make Borrelo Dragon. And then I realized I could just make it game, you know? So it's like, no point in trying to do something real stupid. And I'm like, yeah, I can't even do that with the token. So let's just go back forward. Do that. Fusion for fucking Titan. And then that would be game right there. So he quit. Sadly, but whatever. We'll go on to this game now. Again, he's, looking over everything, whatnot. Again, I open pretty insane. I do draw the Ember, but I do play two. So, banish the Roar, special summon my token, and then go off from there. I end up making, double Titan, or double Colossus Titan. Thing is, though, is that I lose connection here. I play against, what's it called? Danger Dark World, and it was just so unfortunate for me, man. I mean, I have like at least a pop and everything, and I'm like not worried. Look at me. My dice rolling skills and luck came through. Discarded the Jackalope. Chupacabra, watch this. Boom. Discard the Chupacabra. But at this point, he has two dangers on board, and I'm telling him to like, I'm telling him to what's it called? To wait, right? To pay costs, because I knew he was gonna be able to like get the brown and everything. But sadly, I lose connection, so whatever. I don't think he was gonna win that. On to this next game. We go ahead, play against Artifact Trickstars, I think is what it was. So I go off and send that shit, and just get my little +1 with the Brilliant Fusion Dragon Matrix. Banish the Roar, get that to make Colossus, and then Fusion for Titan, and then tribute the boy for another Colossus. And I'm looking pretty nice. My opponent sets for. I use Matrix Effect to boost up the Colossus here on the extra deck zone and destroy one of his cards. And then turns out it's Artifact Sanctum, and then I use Dragon Dark effects to add another Dragon Dark and to pop his other Reluctant Sanctum. Wow, weird, right? So I add the Dragon Dark, and he tries to pop again, and of course I just banish that Thunder Monster to protect it. And my play comes in, and this is where he fucks up. He played Trickstar Reincarnation. First off, why are you playing Trickstars? Second off, Reincarnation against Thunder Dragons? Yeah, right, bet. So I'm like, LMAO, bet. So not only do I draw 3 cards, I'm able to add a card off of Dragon Dark and off of Roar. So You know, at this point, my opponent just realizes he messed up and he quits. And these are matches, folks. You know, these are just like singles. These are matches. So I'm getting disappointed that they're just leaving. Like, come on, let me just OTK. Next game is against this Necros Mekk-Knight player. Again, I open up really good. I'm talking about really good. And get the roar, link, boom, boom. Get myself some Thunder Dragons in the Gray for fuel. Get that out. And it's just a nice simple 2-card combo that gets you everything that you absolutely need. No need for Summon Sork in this point, but Summon Sork is nice to have if you have the extensions. But again, not necessary. He plays this right here. And I'm like, okay, well, luckily he can't add yet. So I don't think I should be worrying too much. But he goes ahead and uses Kaleidoscope, and I'm like, oh, dang, that's a level 4. So he brings out Unicorn. I'm like, great. So we're just going to fast forward here because he's able to get rid of most of my board, but ends up realizing that can't necessarily do much. And I think he's a newish player, so, you know, I told myself, let's see if I even have to worry about anything. These incantation monsters are actually not that bad, but whatever, you know. As Trish, I'm like, dang, he's just gonna get rid of my whole board and OTK me at this point, you know. Luckily, I side in Rivalry. But yeah, he uses Bridal, bounces those 2 cards back. He uses that, and I never played during Necros format, but this is where I read all the Necros monsters that you can't ritual summon necessarily the big ones, like Valkyrias, Trishula, etc., by using the same level monsters. So he attributed the Indigo, and I'm like, Valkyrie says you can't do that though, and he was like, oh, you're right. So yeah, Necros Mirror gets added back, and guess what? He can't attack over my Colossus. And I'm like, oh, thank God, I never had to put it in attack mode in the first place, so it's lit. I top deck into BLS, and I definitely have the targets. So I'm like, hey, let's go. And Thunder Dragon, add me Thunder Dragon. You know, just how I want to banish it for desires later on or everything. Banish, just for more target BLS. And BLS effect. I banish the Roar, obviously get the Dark. BLS effect. Later on, I think, yeah. But at this point, I just go Dragon Fusion, add the Dragon Hog, just so I can extend my plays. I don't know why he discarded that. What does this do? Oh, right. That's when I targeted it, and he negated it with Trish. And again, same old bread and butter combo, except this time I have a BLS. And I desires, hoping to get another BLS so I can actually finish him off at this point. But I draw into another desires and Brilliant Fusion. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. Bricks, but whatever. I didn't really banish anything. That desires was really free. So, yeah, Judge comes into play here. The Dragon Fusion that I had last turn, I banished Search for a Fusion monster, and then I used Thunder Dragon Fusion. And the guy was like, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, yes, I can. I can use each effect once, not one effect once per turn. And Judge sees it, and he's like, okay, yeah, you Gucci. As long as it's not the one in the same turn. I'm like, nah, that was last turn. So there you go. Showed him proof. Now, at this point, they just try to attack. He negates with the Valkyrias, right? Yeah. Again, bounces my cards back, and I'm like, yeah, that does absolutely nothing to me. So let's just go on and just make a game from here. I get rid of his Unicorn with my BLS, and then from here, I'm like, okay, now I need to just make a game, and we'll be set. And I'm like, no Bortle Sword, you know, just gotta make sure I get this game settled with. And Jesus Christ, can I just skip? I guess I spent a lot of time citing, but whatever. He just lets it go through at the end of the day. Now he goes first again, the Eldagra twice, and I'm like, okay, awesome. Now all I gotta do is dish out 2000 attack. And with BLS on the field, that isn't really gonna be hard. So the next set of plays that I make are just kind of nice. So all he legitimately makes is Brio Pass with this incantation right there. And that is it. So Gold Start for the Roar is just same old bread and butter combo. Get myself Thunder Dragon. Get myself that instant fusion target. And just pop off. Boom, boom. Thunder Dragon fusion. Fusion, shuffle these codes back, because I'm like, I'm just gonna make a game here, because he's like, if I don't get OTK, I'm just gonna Trishula. I'm like, first off, I hope you Trishula me. Second off, that's not gonna happen. And yeah, set the Amber, tribute it for Colossus again, banish for BLS, and I'm like, OTK? And he's like, yep. Thunder Dragons are nice. That's all I gotta say. A few weeks ago, though, I did play my friend Cam in the mirror, and I decided might as well show it off. I played super terrible because it was like my second day really trying it out. So he absolutely waxes me, but he insisted that I show it. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do it. My hand is boozy. I think hand trap should not be played, although in this circumstance, it definitely worked out in my favor because I asked that. He goes for his Thunder Dragon plays. He goes special summons. And yeah, just goes on and continues to make his plays. He just, I think this is legit what he settles on. Colossus Pass. Go Kaminari, link that off for some there, and I realized I could have probably done more. You know? Could have definitely gone Dragonhawk, at least have a Colossus in my favor, and I don't know. It was definitely weird, but whatever, you know. Shit happens. So I go on forward, but he just has the advantage at this point. I'm like, shit. What am I gonna do now? And again, he's the one that ended up making the board. That's incredibly hard to deal with unless you like made that Book of Eclipse for some reason. And yeah, I have really nothing. Look at me struggling to get these light points down. I draw Sark. I'm like, hey. I do Dark, but I'm like, I'm probably not gonna do that. Dragon Roar, boom, boom, and I got nothing. It was a whole match, so luckily he didn't quit like my other opponents did, because, you know, he's nice. No hand traps, but he does hand trap me. And I think this was a pretty swift 2-0 against me. I add myself another Dragon Matrix, I set impermanence, pass. He goes ahead, uses desires. I got no response, so fuck it. I let it go through, there's nothing I can do. He summons Solar, I impermanence. He kaijus me, I'm like, oh, great. And he's able to just pop off. And I think he manages to OTK me here. I don't necessarily remember. Yeah, I think that's exactly what ends up happening. He just OTKs me. Which, me looking real pathetic right there. And, oh, I guess not. But either way, with what I had in hand and what I was going to draw, there was nothing that I could have done. If I had played BLS, then it would have been a potential that I could have gotten out of it. But yeah, that was it. And, oh, is this like a different match? Huh. Well, that makes a lot of sense now. I guess I could just fast forward to the plays. I'm over here learning, you know, what I can do in this situation. And I end up making that triple Summon Sword Colossus Titan board. Well, double Colossus. And I managed to take this game. So we played like 3 matches, and I just got waxed all 3 of them, even though I won the first ones, these next couple of ones. He goes ahead and desires. I go, obviously, with the Ash. We're never letting you get 2 draws. And, yeah. There's kind of nothing that he could do at this point. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to just pop that Solar. When I should have popped it before the summon. But, you know, it's okay. Not much that he could do at this point. And, again, Utter destroys me. So I'm just going to fast forward to the plays, because I know I'm going to get wrecked. Boom, boom. Goes ahead and makes his good old three card combo board. And I got nothing for it.